Hello. So, hold on, can you hear that? It's raining pretty hard. This is our first night in my new tent. It's an Alps Mountaineering Lynx something. Anyway, it's raining out pretty good tonight. It's the first night I'm going to spend in the tent. And then I'm going to do a gear review or a tent review tomorrow.
Good morning. Yeah. I just woke up. Literally. Like, a minute ago.
Hello. Out of the tent and going to do a review of my Alps Mountaineering Lynx 1. I'll show you a picture of that real quick. That's it. I don't know if you can see it. Alps Mountaineering Lynx 1. Its features, what the tent looks like in their photo, and what the tent looks like built on my deck. My dog patiently waiting for I don't know what. What are you waiting for, Dex? Anyway, tent. Liked it a lot. It was kind of small. But I'm just not used to sleeping in a one-person tent. Usually when I go backpacking, I go with a buddy of mine, and we have used a two-person tent, or a three-person tent, really. So anyway, a little small in there, but that's what it is. I was comfortable. It was plenty long enough. My feet and head didn't touch the ends. Excuse me. And I felt fine. There were a couple things. The tent did have a couple small spots of water in the corners inside. I did not use a sealant, any type of seam sealer or floor sealer on it yet, and I am going to do that. So, just brought it out last night because it was raining really hard. The only other thing I really didn't like it, the water was no problem, but the thing I didn't, or I shouldn't say didn't like, because I just would have rather had on the tent, is it only has one zipper on the vestibule. It really has two zippers on the door inside, but just one on the vestibule. And basically what that means for me is when the tent is closed, there at the top, right there, I'd like to have a zipper that I could open and then have, a little ventilation system right there. But, nitpicking. It does, however, have these, if you can see on the top, and these just Velcro up and down. Try and close one there. And those are little vents. So it does have a vent system. I kind of learned that, or opened one in the middle of the night, I should say, because it felt like it was getting a little stuffy. And I opened the one that was over my head, or on my head side down here. I slept with my head down there, and it didn't, no drips, no leaks onto me from that. The rain was coming straight down, so that wasn't a problem. What else? I can give you a couple dimensions on the tent here. It has a center height of 3 feet, and that's one of the things I liked a lot. You can sit up in the tent. If I have to hide from mosquitoes or hide from the rain, get in and out of the rain for an extended period of time, it'll be nice to be able to sit up straight and not just lay there in the tent. I'm only 5'10", so I can sit up easily. And 3 feet center height. What's it say here? The tent area is 20 square feet. And it doesn't actually have its weight on here. Oh, yeah, it does. Total weight, 3 pounds, 15 ounces, but I think they're including, the stakes they gave me, the bag, everything. I weighed it, and it was actually under 3 pounds with the setup I have, which is taking it out of its stuff sack, and I don't carry the stakes with it and stuff like that. Anyway, back to the tent itself. The door is under the vestibule here. Here, bear with me for a second. And the door is in the center, as you can see right there, not on one of the ends. And I like that a lot. I've seen a couple of tents where the door's on the end. Excuse me. One-person door's on the end, and you have to crawl through everything, it seems like, to get into position. Here, you just sit in the center, flop left or right, and you're good to go. You can put some of your stuff down at one end or in the vestibule. It says the vestibule square footage is 10 feet. I don't quite know how they come up with these figures, but Easily can fit your shoes, you know, if you don't want to bring those inside the tent. And even, I guess, your bag, if you didn't want to bring that inside the tent. I usually just put my bag under my feet, or my legs, and prop my legs up a little bit that way. Also helps me sleep on my back better, so I'm a big roller. So anyway, that's the tent. I enjoyed it a lot. And I'm definitely going to be happy with it. I'm going to go ahead and seal the seams on the corners and the floor, and I think that'll do the trick for that. And yeah, I'm happy. It was Alps Mountaineering. I got it online for, I think, $79. I got a great deal on it. It's not a name brand. I haven't heard of it before, but I'm happy with it, and so I thought I would do a review. Whoa! I forgot to mention my sleeping bag. I'd done a little mini review on the sleeping bag before. In my, I did a JMT gear video of all the stuff I'm going to be taking. But I have a Big Agnes Lost Ranger 15 sleeping bag, and I love this sleeping bag. It's called it's considered 3/4 down. There is, it's a downfill bag, and there's only down on the top and the sides kind of the bag. There's no down underneath it. So it's a little bit lighter because of that. It compacts, that much more because of the less down inside there. And I guess the idea is when you're sleeping, whatever down is underneath you, you're just compressing into the ground, and you're not getting any warmth value that way. So it's just kind of a waste. I think that's kind of the idea behind the quilts a little bit too. Excuse me. Just that extra stuff you don't need. Anyway, it does have a sleeve. I know a lot of sleeping bags now have the sleeve where you can slide an air mattress in, and that keeps the bag from rolling around. So I do spin a lot when I'm sleeping. I try to stay on my back, but I sleep on my sides, my stomach, my back. And this keeps the bag from twisting and turning with you, and it keeps the pad right underneath you. You never roll off the pad. It's just right there. And when I have my pad on me, I know you can lash the pads to the bags and all sorts of stuff, but I always seem to slide right off them. And this is the first bag I've ever had that I sleep right in there. The pad is made for the bag. It's also a Big Agnes insulated air core bag pad, excuse me, and I like it a lot too. I know a lot of people are talking about the Neo Airs out there, extra lights. This pad is heavy for sure. I forget the exact weight of it, but fits in the bag, and I'm really comfortable with it. I'm really happy with it. So that's it. I'll show it to you real quick. Kind of just inside there. That's the Big Agnes. I think the Lost Ranger is going to be upside down there. Flip your computer upside down. Lost Ranger 15, and worked really well for me last night. It was warm last night, so I didn't even have to worry about it. I have slept in the snow with it before, and I was comfortable. It's still cold. I don't care what anybody says, but for me anyway, I get cold. But I've slept in the snow before, and I was definitely comfortable in it, and no problems. So that's my tent, and that's my sleeping bag. Hello. That's the seam sealer I was going to show you, made by Gear Aid. I think they make some cool products, and I like this seam sealer a lot. Very simple to use. Directions are right on the back for that. Thanks for watching my video today. I hope it was informative to you. If you're out there looking to buy a tent, I would recommend this tent. It's an Alps Mountaineering Lynx 1. I'm going to give it 3.5, 4 stars. Once I seal the seams, I'm going to give it a solid 4 stars out of 5. And yeah, that's it. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe. Hit the button below. I'm going to be making a lot more gear videos, hopefully, and stuff I use backpacking. And also going to be doing videos on the backpacking trips themselves. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day.